Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bilco. This is their part number RPRS7-1B, also known as a KTSLAM-TB. You can use either, but the term that you'll search will be the RPRS7-1B in our site. This is a very specific handle, and you can use it really anywhere. What makes it special, however, is that it's for a 3-inch thick insulated roof hatch lid where you will have a rubber-coated handle on the outside. That makes it special. But then the length of the spindle is what makes it unusual because it's 2 inches longer than the standard spindle length. That's 6 5/8. I don't know where they call that 6 5/8 out to. I think it's the entire length of the spindle when it's installed down into the handle. So if you've got a 3-inch lid and it's insulated, and it would be if it was 3-inch, this would be a great option. If you want a rubber-coated handle for a standard latch lid, you can buy that. Just you're going to have to cut the shaft down is the bottom line. Okay. Those two facets make this unique. Don't buy this unless you're sure it's going to work. Because if we sell 10,000 standard, we might sell one of these. So just keep that in mind. But again, this is an RPRS7, or actually it's an RPRS8, except that it has a longer spindle and a rubber-coated handle. Now, you're going to get this assembly. You're going to get the rubber gasket. That's included. When you rotate that, you'll be able to padlock it, obviously from the exterior, should you want to. Okay. You are then going to, moving down, let's go over some dimensional properties as I do this. The overall length of the spindle is the 6 5/8. From the underside of the bushing, the rubber gasket, it's 5 1/2. The spindle, this key stock, I believe, is 5/16 square, 0.315, 0.313, so 5/16 basically. You'll have these spacer washers here. That's normal to allow you to rotate that. That's exactly how that will work. Moving down through the lid, the next thing we're going to encounter, of course, is the lock body. This is a zinc dichromate latch body. And when you buy the RPRS7, it's the entire kit, well, the 1B in this case, the exterior handle, the interior handle, which we'll get to, the lock body. Overall length of the lock body is 5 3/4, but the question we get all the time is what's the center of the screws? Looks like it's about 5 inch. Okay. Overall height, about 2 3/4. Then those screw centers, 2 inch. Overall thickness of the lock body, about 1 5/8. You can see where that spindle is going to reside in relationship to where the latch is. Oh, forgive me, I didn't have it inserted all the way through. That's why it's not working. Okay. Real good. Now, let's take a look at, okay, demonstrating that lock body operation. You've got to really rotate it all the way. You're going to get 45 degree out of it before it starts to retract, and then you'll retract it with the last. Okay. Does not have to be all the way in as I had thought earlier. I did have it seated properly. It does retract. So you've got your lock body. We went over the screw locations. Let's go over just the center line of the latch from the end with the spindle, about 2 3/8. Okay. You'll get, just working our way down, you're going to get a bag of screws for all of this. Okay. Screws for the plate to hold it down to the outside. That's another reason you've got those washers. It's to clear the head of the bolt. You are then going to have the plate that you'll install to provide the locking function if you want to padlock it on the inside so that when the lid closes, you can lock that together. Let's give you some quick dimensions of those plates as well. The plate that'll mount on top of the lock body, about 2 7/8 by 1 1/8 with an overall height of about 2 3/4. The hasp, or the staple really, about 2 13/16 by 1 1/4, about 2 1/8 overall. Then finally a strike plate that will be mounted obviously to the sidewall. Overall about 2 1/2. You can see the screw hole center lines there. Looks like they're about 1 1/2 on center. Overall height about 1 15/16. And that exhausts everything with the exception of the inside handle. That's going to be, you've got the pin, the rolled pin that's there. You'll insert that. You'll fit that down there, then drive the pin in through the prepared hole that's already there. That will allow you to complete the installation. Okay. I'm not aware that they make a rubber-coated handle in a non-1B, like for a 5 5/8 length spindle, which would be for a thinner door. But I'd have no concern whatsoever about you ordering this and then simply cutting the shaft down. And in fact, I have lots of clients who will order the material, the longer shaft length, because they just don't know. And I'm not in a position to say for sure you're going to need the 4 5/8 because that's one out of every, that's 10,000 times in a row. But when you go up to a roof and you don't want to go up there with the wrong parts, some people say, give me the longer one, I'll go up with a hacksaw, and if I have to cut it, I'll do it. The only problem with that, however, is you're going to have to prep that hole for the pin. And that's a bit more tedious of a procedure. But not necessarily to all people at all times would that be an impossible operation. Finally, well, almost, or tantamount, I should say, there are some links below this video to some technical information, installation instructions. There is a, and this is the part that I'm proudest of on this page, the table that's there that will allow you to link to the, and this is all zinc, by the way, there is a stainless steel version of this, link to the 6 different variants, six different variants in 2 base materials for 3 thicknesses of lid. Stainless and zinc, 1 inch, 2 inch, or 3 inch cover. Yeah, 2 base materials, 3 different lid thicknesses, gives you 6 items. PDF documents are there, some installation instructions. Will not be specifically intended for this item in particular, but the concept of the installation is the same. And then finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Bilco products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Bilco, this is their part number RPRS7-1B, insulated 3-inch lid with a 6 5/8 shaft length, handle, lock body assembly, or any other Bilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.